I think it's fair to say that Charlie Kirk's legacy definitely is not going away anytime soon. That, of course, being in Louisiana at LSU, where people there came out to pay respects to Charlie Kirk, his organization, his legacy, and, of course, everything that is still continuing to move forward without him, as Candace Owens has come out and came back from her 2-week vacation from Wyoming and now released new video footage and questions surrounding the Charlie Kirk assassination, as she even declared war on the people who refuse to get, quote, the truth out. Is she wrong? Is she right? As, of course, now we have more text messages released by Candace Owens here, as some people are really loving this, some people are not liking this at all, as TPUSA has officially decided to respond to a lot of these direct allegations, accusations. Milo Yiannopoulos has his own particular take on this, as now people are asking questions, as well as there now being very interesting cases with copyright strikes that Candace is putting on individuals like Milk Bar TV. What's going on here? As, of course, we just got a bigger insight into the Discord messages of the trans furry boyfriend that raise more questions than answers surrounding what clearly was very weird, deprived behavior. What in the world's going on here? Who's saying what? What's the reactions? What are people's take on it? Well, we're going to go over that and a lot more all here on this independent media broadcast. If you appreciate it, subscribe, click the notification button. We greatly appreciate all the time that you spend with us. Now, Candace Owens released this video footage showing TPUSA staffer Terrell Farnsworth shooting a video after everything happened here. Farnsworth was one of Charlie Kirk's closest friends. Now, I watched this video, and the guy kind of films the security, and he says, "Oh my goodness, Charlie got shot," and he kind of filmed himself. And that's really it. As Candace asks, who filmed themselves like this during an event? And listen, I've done a lot of particular training when it comes to kind of high-intensity, serious type of scenarios and situations. And listen, people act in all sorts of weird and strange ways. Is this proof of something? For me, honestly, being just straight up, no. Like, I watched, like, during, like, simulation and scenarios that I do with tactical training and force-on-force CQB training, I've seen, like, police officers freeze and, like, not even know what to do. Like there's weird things that people do during these types of crazy events. And I've been around other crazy events where, like, bombs are going off and, like, people's hands are blown off. And you always get weird type of behaviors by people. Now, some people are kind of asking the question here, is this just weird? Is this just cringe? Like, honestly, like, I don't know. I don't see much here, to be quite honest. Like, whatever, you could say he maybe acted weird or cringe, but he's also someone just reacting to watching someone just got getting shot that he knows. And this person's probably in shock. Now, is there any kind of definitive proof and evidence that this guy was responsible, as some people are kind of initiating now? Now, Candace didn't kind of say that. She just says, "Oh, it's just weird." She said a weird response. Again, people have very weird responses to trauma, right? And that does happen overwhelmingly. Do I think this guy was a part of some kind of conspiracy? No. There's no evidence of that, and there's no proof of that. Now, there's some people taking this saying, "Oh, look, he's the guy who snatched the SD cards." Now, Candace also talked about how she had a conversation about trying to get the SD cards. Then she talked about how she was trying to get them and how the person with them was telling her that they were afraid that Google was going to be hijacked. And she was saying that that led to her to have more suspicions here. Now, we do know that the TPUSA staff doesn't like showing and sharing horrific details of this particular incident, since it's very kind of close to them. Now, him filming this video and then denying Candace the videos, does that prove a conspiracy? No, like it doesn't. Like I need a little bit more. Now, personally, when it comes to that type of like SD card footage that was taken, my advice has always been independent third party, verify it. Personally, I don't want to see it. Like it's already graphic and traumatizing enough. There's other reports going around right now that the FBI is telling people to delete their video footage of the incident, which not a smart move to do. I don't like that. I understand people's emotions are involved here, but in all reality, we have to understand that this is an extremely important crescendo moment that deserves all of our attention. Now, there's also other accusations that Candace Owens had, and specific questions she had about the TPUSA Chief of Staff, Mikey McCoy, saying that his behavior leading up to it and immediately following is something that she questioned, as she talks about how he put up his phone to his ear 0.834 milliseconds after Charlie was shot and then immediately walked away. She talks about how Ryan McCoy's father happened to be in the group chat where Charlie said he was leaving the pro-Israel cause, preached a sermon after Charlie's death saying Mikey called him the minute Charlie was shot. Candace and many others have noted Mikey's, quote, incredible quick timing and seemingly calm behavior. He walks away. Candace goes on to say Mikey appears to have potentially started a video call 1 minute 45 seconds before Charlie was, quote, actually shot. Now, what actually happened here? TPUSA decided to respond to all of this, as of course, are these accusations against this chief of staff warranted? Because he was on a phone call? I mean, what is that? Again, I'm like, listen, I get it. Some people are saying, oh, it's weird. But, like, all right, he happened to be on the phone. Like, again, saying, oh, they acted strange during a horrific moment where their friend got shot. I mean, I need more than just, oh, they acted strange during a traumatic moment. People act strange during traumatic moments, right? Now, again, I still have my own questions about exactly what happened. I still have my concerns. But before getting into all of that and playing and talking about this new text messages, Candace saying that she's going to go to war, we wanted to, of course, tell you about thebestpoliticalshirts.com. This situation is very serious inside of America, and that's why it's more important than ever to find your tribe, to find people who think like you do. And one of the best ways to do that is on thebestpoliticalshirts.com, where you could get very ridiculous and offensive shirts like the one I'm wearing right now that says Massive Meat Rocket 2028. Again, I like to make people laugh. I like to be a little bit facetious and ridiculous. People are like, you should take yourself more seriously. I'm like, really? I don't know about that. I think we need more laughter. We need more humor. We have a bunch of 2028 political t-shirts because, like, it's around the corner, like 3 years from now. But regardless of that, we're ahead of the game here. You could be too. These shirts last you a while. You want to find this shirt? You go to thebestpoliticalshirts.com. You type in 2028. And of course, we got Massive Meat Rocket 2028. We got Tucker Carlson 2028. We got Mike Obama 2028. We got Asteroid 2028. We got Kamala Harris. This one triggers so many people. She's probably going to be running, by the way. But this one's hilarious because it's her with the Henny bottle. It makes people laugh, and it's pretty hilarious. That's one of the shorts. One of the takeaways. One of the things that at least I could say is I made people laugh. I made people be not as serious as they were before, and I kind of like that. So, if you want to engage in the culture jamming, go on thebestpoliticalshorts.com, get yourself a t-shirt, support us. We don't get that much money for it. It's really about doing your kind of lazy form of activism that this helps out tremendously by you doing it. Now, again, are these like bulletproof points and evidence highlighting how there's a conspiracy here? Well, no. Is it weird? Okay, sure. As Candace also released private text messages between her and Charlie Kirk. She said she was going over them. The last 2 weeks she was on vacation in Wyoming. As Kirk even came out and said, quote, "I am not sure if I will live to see the end of this revolution. I believe you," referring to Owens, "were the pieces God meant me to meet that will finish the fight." As people are saying, wow, he kind of foresaw this happening. Candace then also declared war in a very interesting way. This is what she had to say.
I do not want people to mistake what's happening right now or to wrongly assume my intentions here. So allow me to be very explicit, okay? I want war with all of you, okay? All of you. And there's a reason. I'm going to get to that reason in a little bit. But I want war with all of you. So write your articles, issue your statements, email the White House, reach out for comment, okay? Say whatever it is you want to say about me. I want war with all of you. Because I know this isn't right. And there is no way you are going to convince me and the rest of the world that all of this is normal. We're not just going to keep on going and jump into a succession plan. We're going to figure out what the hell happened on September 10th first. And I'm going to tell you guys that Charlie had a vision. And I just...
Interesting. As of course, a lot of people are saying that this is great. People like Clint Russell are saying, wow. Other people on the other right are saying, how dare she? Now, again, there's a lot of people that are being kind of pointed and accused here. Now, Candace isn't going all the way. She's just kind of saying it's weird. But then there's a lot of people who are watching this who are coming out and saying, you're a part of the conspiracy. You guys are doing this. And in reality, like, I don't see any kind of legitimate proof. Like, I have my own questions about what happened to Charlie, and I think there's a couple legitimate ones, right? Serious ones that the FBI could kind of end very quickly. But this is what TPUSA had to say in response to this kind of controversy with Mickey McCoy, who Candace says looked calm, cool, and collected and was already on the phone as soon as Charlie got shot.
We got to do a little addressing of a video that went viral this weekend, and it's a video of Charlie's chief of staff. We made the decision that we wanted to address this head on because, candidly, there's so much intrigue, and I'm gonna do a generous thing. The intrigue is because people care about Charlie. Okay, so that part I understand.
You're more generous.
Most of it, because there are some people on the left that are kind of delving into this stuff to try to obfuscate the left from being kind of personally responsible. But again, I think that's a moot point since the left overwhelmingly is celebrating Charlie's death and mocking him and continuing to wear Halloween costumes of him no longer alive. So I think Andrew is not wrong here. There are some genuine people that do have legitimate questions. And I think a lot of those questions are important to ask.
Then I'd be.
Yes, and that's fine. And I am going to give you the floor here now, Blake, because you were there and you actually interacted with Mikey. You were with Mikey. You left the scene and then connected with Mikey. So explain what the video is.
All right, I'm not going to
set the scene.
I'm not going to wallow in it at length, but people have. It's gone viral and people have asked us to address it, and we're going to do so briefly. The video, without going way into it, is by, I can't even remember the guy's name. Someone made a video that is attacking Mikey, Charlie's friend, Charlie's chief of staff, a guy all of us know, a guy who we've seen on the show here the last few weeks. They are attacking him, claiming, based on a few seconds of clips, that he allegedly has like a nonchalant or calm reaction to Charlie's murder. And I'm just going to be blunt about this. This is a extremely disgusting attack. And I can speak to that because I was there when it happened and I was next to Mikey when it happened. And what I can say is, I can't say every single thing that happened, but I want to talk about this specific narrow thing. That the shooting occurs. I am next to Mikey. Both of us hear a loud crack. We both turn. We both see Charlie, who has been shot. Both of us, I think at about the same time, realize that means there is a shooter who is on the scene. And, you just hear the crack, so you don't know, Did it come from far away? Did it come from close? Is there a mass shooter unfolding right now? So I and him both had the reaction of, let's get out of here before we're both shot.
Self-preservation, that's what a lot of people go through. Is that weird and awkward? No, I don't think it is. Again, traumatic, crazy shooting events, people act all wild, crazy, and insane, and act in very kind of strange ways that you could kind of play back later on and be like, oh yeah, look how weird it's not that weird, right? People act different ways during mass shootings. I train police officers in mass shooting type of scenarios with police officers in these type of scenarios. These guys are undertrained. They don't know what's going on, and they sometimes like freak out. Anyway.
That is not us abandoning Charlie. Charlie had a security team. They all leapt immediately into action, and they got Charlie out of there, which was what their job was to do. My job was not to get in the way and screw this up because, like, I had to be a hero. That was not my job. I remember even running past, both of us going past.
Fight or flight, something traumatic, something crazy happens. People react in different ways. Now, Milo, who has been on Team Candace against Nick Fuentes in this kind of larger internal right-wing war, came out and responded to this particular clip by saying, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am. But there's something very effing off here, and I can't believe more people aren't being honest about it. And the more I see of these creepy lieutenants, the more sure I am something diabolical went down. I see it clear as day. Something isn't right. Now, that's Milo's type of response to this. And again, we're going to need a little bit more proof and evidence if that's the case here. Now, looking down, is that an indictment? Like, is that guilty? No, he could have had a statement that he was just trying to read. Now, yes, the timeline's a little bit inconsistent with Mikey's dad doing a sermon, claiming that he was on the phone right after the shooting. Mikey claims he called Erica the minute after the shooting, and there should be clarification. They probably will be giving clarification here. Now, they have to walk a very kind of fine line here as well. As Charlie Kirk's close friend said, that what is happening right now is awful, and that one of the best things that could happen is that the internet could go down because it would stop the fueling of conspiracy theories about Charlie's death. Now, there's always going to be conspiracy theories. That's not the proper approach to deal with conspiracy theories, saying, go away. The more you try to make them go away, the more they fester and grow, right? The best way to address it, transparency, accountability, being open. And I think there have been legitimate efforts by TPUSA to do that, right? You saw Andrew Covert officially confirm Candace Owens' text messages and group chats that she had of Charlie before his passing. We also saw, and this is what I was able to confirm, Andrew also confirming that kind of BB letter between BB and Charlie as well here. Now, the two later went on and then talked about how a lot of this is kind of similar obsessions to adult content. And I don't agree with that. I think that's a mistake here. But right now, people saying, shut down the internet. People are automatically going to say, see? Now, again, there's a lot of emotions involved here. There's still a lot of weird questions going on here. I have my own particular questions. If you're going to tell me that that these people are involved, I need a lot more than just they acted weird during a weird event. Now, the timeline, I hope they clear it up. They might be able to clear it up. We'll see if they do, and then we'll kind of go from there before jumping to judgment. As right now, the trans furry, Lance Twiggs, has been missing for 6 weeks. As some people are saying he is in witness protection. Some people are saying he's cooperating with the feds. Some people are saying he is being held and arrested himself. Other people are saying he's running, he's hiding. I do not know. Now, there's also another situation where Candace released a members-only type of video on her private paid membership site, and then a guy, Milk Bar TV, took it and then released it to the general public. And now Candace Owens is hitting him with a copyright strike that took down the original video. Again, I thought this was like a live stream that was taken down. My apologies. I was wrong. I need to issue a correction because when the clip came out, I was like, I don't see the clip anywhere. And it was behind a paywall. That's why. Now we learned it was behind a paywall. This guy went behind that paywall, took the content, and then released snippets of it in order to kind of criticize. And that's why I was like, where's the full clip? I want to watch the full context of this. And we never got the full context because it's a part of the membership site for Candace. So yeah, there's that. And there's my kind of official correction on this particular matter. What do you think? Do you think the evidence that Candace provided so far of the selfie video, of the guy walking away, proves some kind of conspiracy? Press number 1 if yes. Press number 2 if you think it's a bit of a stretch and you disagree with that and you need more legitimate proof. What do you think? Where do you stand? Let me know. I'm always appreciative of your thoughts and opinions and constructive criticism. Thank you so much for getting the t-shirts, making people laugh, being a little bit ridiculous, and supporting this independent media organization. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing that. And this is why. Love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.